ఎందరో మహానుభావులు అందరికీ వందనములు అంటారు త్యాగరాజస్వామి. సంగీతం ఒక మహాసముద్రం. ఆ సముద్రాన్ని ఔపోసన పట్టిన మహానుభావులు ఎందరో. సంగీత త్రిమూర్తులైన త్యాగరాజు, ముత్తుస్వామి దీక్షితార్, శ్యామశాస్త్రులే కాక అన్నమయ్య, రామదాసు మొదలైన వాగ్గేయకారులు మనకందించిన కీర్తనలపై ఎంతో కృషి చేసి సంగీత విద్యలో ఆరితేరిన ప్రముఖులు ఎందరో ఉన్నారు. దొరకునా ఇటువంటి సేవని భావిస్తూ సంగీత సరస్వతి సేవలో జీవిత పరమార్థాన్ని తెలుసుకున్న మహానుభావులను పరిచయం చేసే కార్యక్రమమే ఎందరో మహానుభావులు.
లాల్గుడి జయరామన్ అనే పేరు వినగానే వయోలిన్ పై చేసే విన్యాసాలు వినిపిస్తాయి. ఆయన మార్గంలో నడుస్తూ వయోలిన్ విద్వాంసులుగా విరాజిల్లుతున్న వారి సంతానం లాల్గుడి జీజేఆర్ కృష్ణన్ మరియు విజయలక్ష్మి గారి అనుభవాలను, వారి సంప్రదాయ వైభవాన్ని నేటి ఎందరో మహానుభావులు కార్యక్రమంలో వారి మాటల్లోనే విందాం.
Namaskaram. I am very happy to give this interview. I first started learning vocal music from my grandfather, Lalgudi V.R. Gopal Iyer. After learning 2 years or 3 years, violin was introduced. My father, Sri Lalgudi Jayaraman, mother Srimati Rajalakshmi.
I started my music learning lessons with my grandfather, just like my brother. But my music lessons with my grandfather was for a very short period, and later on I came directly under my father. He started teaching me. My guru and my father, in spite of his very busy schedule, he used to regularly watch us and teach us and meticulously train us in every aspect of music. And since there was music all the time in the family, we woke up with music. Even while we were having our lunch or dinner, there was music all the time. We used to discuss music. I mean, they used to discuss, and as a child I used to listen to what they discussed, and many musicians used to visit our house. So it was a very natural introduction into music for us.
First concert Krishnagana Sabha, Chennai. அது வந்து ரொம்ப ஒரு ஸ்பெஷல் கான்சர்ட். என்னென்னா 3 generations were present in the concert. Front row la modal guru enga tata was present. I had the privilege of playing with my guru and father, and Sri Egiraman sir, the secretary, honored all the 3 generations on the occasion. இது வந்து ஒரு அன்ஃபர்கெட்டபிள் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ். திருப்பதியில் தான் என்னுடைய செகண்ட் கான்சர்ட். அது ஐ கேனாட் ஃபர்கெட் தட் மூமெண்ட். ஸ்ரீ ஏமனி சங்கர சாஸ்திரி காரு வாஸ் ப்ரெசன்ட் இன் தி ஆடியன்ஸ், அண்ட் அந்த வி பிளேடு சக்கனி ராஜ கரகரப்பிரியா, அது கூட ஞாபகம் இருக்குது. அந்த கான்சர்ட் முழுக்க உட்காந்து கேட்டுட்டு he was so impressed with my playing. All India Radio he was chief producer in Delhi. So without audition I was given a grade. So Tirupati is always special.
I gave my first concert with my father's other senior disciple, Srimati Akila Balasubramaniam. We started our concert as a violin duet. And slowly I started accompanying my father and my guru, And when my brother was not free because of his academics, when he had his exams, and when he could not travel and take leave, that is when I used to accompany my father and give concerts. I have been to Tirupati also. It was a very, very memorable concert with my guru here in Tirupati. And I also fondly remember visiting the Pittsburgh temple, Tirumala temple there. And my father sang in front of the Sanctum Sanctorum. It was a vocal concert by him. I sang along as vocal support, and my brother accompanied my father. And right from the Varnam till the Tilana, it was all in praise of Lord Balaji. So this is how my musical career has taken shape, and over the last 2 decades I have been accompanying many artists also, and I have had the great fortune of accompanying many senior artists.
Father was continuously touring, but my grandfather was in charge of my rigorous practice sessions. He used to have a vessel, a jadi, and I was allowed to play in the opposite house for 1 hour. Then when the 1 hour ended, he would just make a sound like a bell in the jadi. Then I had to come back and then start practicing. Early morning also, apart from the little time that I spent for homework, for school lessons, I was only practicing. It was so enjoyable, and I can see the fruits of such hard practice, long hours of practice.
My practice sessions were also rigorous, but not as rigorous as my brothers. I had the great opportunity of also practicing with other 2 students, as I said. Those students used to live just opposite my house. One student used to live opposite our house and the other one in the street corner. So every morning we used to meet. Even during school days, our day would begin with practice only. And when it was holiday time, we knew nothing other than practicing or learning new songs, or listening to music, or writing what we learned. All the time it was music. We were connected with music, and that's how our I used to practice for some 6 to 7 hours during my holidays.
And during holidays, another one interesting thing, for nearly 7 to 8 years, for each vacation we went to Nandi Hills. And Nandi Hills is like a place where you can do tapas. And we just practiced, went up to the hotel to have food, came back, light game of some carom or something, then practice. My father used to take several students along. So we had nice trees around the cottage, and we had small groups practicing in different places. Different songs will be heard, and he will be circulating. And it was a very memorable. Acoustically designed fantastic auditorium, just 250 persons can sit. Whatever you play, even a single note, whatever you hear on the stage, you will be able to hear the same volume wherever you sit in the auditorium. We went for practice, to check the sound system, and we thought we should do the concert mic-less. It was arranged by Esplanade Center, and the occasion was Lalgudi Vaibhavam, to commemorate the 80th birthday of my Guru, which happened on September 17th this year, 2010. So that concert, we just had some enhanced acoustics, meaning that you don't mic each instrument. Now is the age where people have lost a bit of their sensitive ears. This concert, right from the word go, was so divine. It touched the soul and heart of everybody, including the artists ourselves. So I would rate it as a very unforgettable concert.
Other than concerts, there is one video shoot that I had the blessing of doing with my Guru in the temple, Lalgudi temple, Saptarishishwara temple. There they wanted to shoot one of the Lalgudi Pancharatnam, Gati Nivani in Thodi. That was a beautiful experience, wonderful, memorable experience for me, where I was standing with my Guru in the temple, in the native temple Lalgudi, where the Kriti was composed by Saint Tyagaraja, and I sang the Kriti with my father, and that video shoot is very, very popular. It is enjoyed by all over the music lovers all over the world. Gati ni vani ne kori vachi gati ni vani ne kori vachi gati ni vani ne kori.
The greatest award I would consider is an approving smile from my Guru when I play. So that is the greatest award. Other than that, I started my first concert in Krishnagana Sabha 1973. So 25 years after, in 1998, I was given Sangeeta Chudamani, a title which I always will cherish. That is the first recipient of that title happens to be my father and Guru. He received it in 72. So it was a very memorable occasion, and I received my first title from the school where I studied, Padma Seshatri. They have a cultural wing, Bharat Kalachar, and the first recipient of Yuvakala Bharati was myself. and Karthik Fine Arts has given me Ishe Peruli, and I have received Sangeeta Kalasagara from Hyderabad Kalasagara, and of course the government of Tamil Nadu, Kalaimamani.
I got my first title from Bharat Kalachar Chennai, the Yuvakala Bharati title, and then I shared the title with my Anna, given by Kalki Krishnamurthy Foundation. And recently I received my Sangeeta Chudamani award from Krishnagana Sabha, which I consider a great honor. Apart from this, recently we celebrated our Guru's 80th birthday. He completed 80 on September 17th, and both myself and my brother took up the birthday celebration as a grand event for 2 days. And we released his DVD, we released his CDs, souvenir, and we had a big music bonanza. I consider that as a great privilege to do it for our Guru.
Lalgudi Bani is very pleasing to the ears. To produce it requires Asura Sadhaka and great perfection. It is a very judicious mix of melody and laya, combining bhava, and a great element, I would say the majority of the music played is what is sung. We learn each composition vocally, then only take up the violin and play. That is why you can hear the words when the violin is played. When my father came into the music field, there were such giants as Dwaram Garu, Papa Venkataramaya sir, and many others. But he introduced a new style, that is my father, introduced a new style which was very attractive and which could adopt any other style. It had the facility, the felicity to adopt any other Bani and also stand on its own. It had its identity of its own.
We come in the Sishya Parampara, Tyagaraja Sishya Parampara, 5th generation of musicians in our family. This is a vocal based style. I have some experience into giving vocal concerts also, and I really enjoy giving vocal concerts and presenting the Lalgudi Bani in the vocal style. It adheres to grammar very consciously. When a kriti is approached, the grammar of the ragam, the artha bhava, the lyrics, how to split the lyrics, each minute detail is given a lot of importance, and even when approaching rhythm, there is a melody, music is what is enhanced all the time. It is, maths is not given as a rough or raw element. It is soaked in music. It is melody that is given all the time. It's a bhava soaked melody. And violin technique takes a back seat. Violin is just treated as an extended hand, that's all. Through the instrument, the vocal music is expressed.
My Guru's compositions would have been performed in some dance performance or vocal concert or an instrumental concert, at least one per day in some part of the world. Most of the Arangetrams, most of the dance festivals, most of the concerts, we could hear his Varnam and Tilana. He wanted to specialize because he wanted to make his contribution notable in an area which was not so rich in the content. There have been so many kritis composed, but in Varnams and Tilanas, my Guru introduced a new sophistication where melody is predominant, and in Varnams, which was originally in Sringara Bhava, my Guru introduced Bhakti Rasa. So it could be easily taught to young students, for dance students, without any diffidence.
He has composed about over 40 tilanas, over 40 varnams, and a few kritis, both in traditional Carnatic ragas and Hindustani ragas. Any artist, to achieve so much and to evolve self, the family has to really give 100% support. In my Guru's case, his father, who was his Guru also, he took care of him like that, you would protect a lamp. How you would protect a lamp and how you will let it glow. That is how my grandfather protected my father, taught him this great art, discipline, everything. After my grandfather, my mother took over, and she has been his personal secretary, great support in every way. Not a single issue like a phone call or any other household problems. Nothing was discussed with him. He was given all the peace that he needed, the ambience, the environment, everything. The atmosphere at home was always so conducive to concentrate and create great music. And we actually are very blessed to have our mother, who is the great strength, pillar of strength for us also. And it's because of her that we are able to shine so well.
Among the instruments, violin is supposed to be the most difficult and dangerous instrument. It is a fretless instrument, so Balapatam will be Karnakatoram. An example of a real life situation where if you put in hard work, perseverance, you can really come up. Violin is such an instrument, but after you pass the initial lessons and come up, it is just a great world, and by experience and lot of listening to other masters, other old masters, and also the present day musicians, vocal music and also instrumental music, you can really improve your jnanam. When learning stops, your growth stops. Each day you should learn something new, and your attitude is also reflected in the music. That can be seen from my father's music. The humility, the innate humility, not the external, explicit, made up humility. It should be experienced, it should come from the soul. So that will be reflected in the music that flows, and that is why the same note played by one musician is different from another. It is this attitude and the inner bhava. So we are all fortunate to have, we both are really fortunate to have taken up the violin, and we know the responsibility, and we will carry it out to the best of our ability.